The new sound for sports in the Bay Area is 95.7 The Game.
Which is more likely is up in 10 minutes on the Bay Area's new sound for sports, 95.7 The Game. Whitey, Dan Dibley, and Mark Kreidler. Mark Kreidler, this week's Punishing Picks loser. Before we bring in our A's analyst, David Justice, got to explain what's going on here. Time for you to pay off your punishment, Kreids. And It came down to, I don't know if you're aware of this, it came down to Seattle and Green Bay last night. And I had Seattle and you had Green Bay, and I probably feel worse than you do right now.
Well, as I said earlier, I sense the hurt in your voice, and I appreciate it. And I especially, when I came in this morning, you greeted me in a special way, and I appreciate that too. When you said, "Seahawks win! Seahawks win!"
Ouch! Oh, what a jerk face. Yeah. Anyway, he's got some Bazooka Joe bubblegum here, right? Bazooka bubblegum.
This many.
Wow. So you'll start with one, and then whenever Dibs rings the gum bell, that's when you got to pop it.
Tonight on Real Sports, Brian.
Right? So that's what's going on, just, and here he is, our 95.7 The Game A's analyst, the one and only David Justice. How are you, David?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Well,
hey,
David, we're worried about the A's, and I know it's a tough road trip, but you got Coco's out, Inge is out, you got McCarthy's out, and you got no Colono. Are the A's falling apart here because they missed that veteran leadership?
Hey, I'll tell you what, I'm a little worried about them as well. Because, at this time of the season, with each game being so important, you need to have all your players. You look at Texas last night, they got Josh Hamilton back into the lineup, and he paid dividends quickly. It's tough because Coco gives you that presence at the top of the lineup, a speedy guy, a guy who can wreak havoc on the base paths. You look at this last week, outside of Coco's pinch running assignment where he did steal a base, they only have one more stolen base. And so they become somewhat of a one-dimensional team. But also when you look at the fact that now you lose Brett Anderson on the heels of losing McCarthy and Cologne, it's like everything is stacking up against them at this point in the season. But they've weathered many storms, but, I don't know if any of these earlier storms during the season have been tougher than this present one right now. They just got to find a way. I mean, they've had opportunities. You look at this Tiger series and the Yankees series. I mean, in their losses, they're 7 for 36 with men in scoring position. That's a 194 clip. You getting that many opportunities but not being able to capitalize when you're playing good teams. It's going to cost you, and it did. It costed them. It cost them in the Tiger series and the Yankee series. So going forward, Texas has beaten them 5 of the last 7 games that they've played. So they've got to find a way, because, you're going to end the season with Texas, and you still got a few more games with them. Right now, they got to find a way to play better baseball, less errors, better pitching performances, and when they get men in scoring position, they got to capitalize. If they can do those things, they may hold on, but it's going to be tough over these next 10 days.
David Justice with us, our 95.7 The Game A's analyst on 95.7 The Game.
David, Josh Reddick is in a little bit of a slump. I believe 12 for 90 this month. You think he's trying to power up too much and get that 30th home run?
Well, it could happen. But, hitting is cyclical. I always say, it comes and goes. And when you're on a good team and you're not swinging the bat well, you hope that your teammates that are right around you, hitting in front of you or hitting behind you, can pick up the slack until you get yourself right. But he is a very important part of this lineup. You guys have seen it all year that when he swings the bat well, he makes a difference. And so he's got to get it going. But I think collectively, all of them, they've just got to come out at one game at a time, but they can't kick the ball around. You cannot give good teams extra outs, or they will make you pay. The 3 errors on Saturday, 2 errors last night. You just can't make those type of mistakes against really good teams and expect to win.
How do you keep the young team, though, from playing tight? They're in territory that they haven't been before, yet they seem to be making errors because they're so nervous.
Well, you just remind them of the successes of the year. Look at all the comeback wins they've had this year. Look at all the wins they've had against the best teams in the American League. And you just remind them that, you are a good team when you play the game the way you're capable of playing. Understanding the fact that, you just can't make mistakes against really good teams. And you've seen it. on the flip side, when teams have made mistakes against the A's, how they've capitalized and have won games. So, like I said, going forward, these next 10 days, they are not out of the woods. They're only 2 games. In the wild card, I don't think they'll win a division now. But, they're still right where they want to be. I mean, you're still ahead in this wild card, but, you look at the Angels' schedule going forward, the Angels finished with Seattle. And they've got Seattle right now. If they can do something with Seattle, really win, it may come down to that last game of the season.
Yeah, 9 games to go. The A's still 2 up on the Angels for the final wild card. Can they make it? We're finding out here with our A's analyst David Justice on 95.7 The Game.
DJ, do you think the young arms are tired?
What?
They could be. I mean, they really could be. If you look at some of the pitching over this last week, a lot of balls in the middle of the strike zone. Sometimes, that could be fatigue, lack of concentration. But again, a lot more pitches up in the zone, a lot less pitches on the corners. And again, I've repeated this, but when you play against these lineups, that the Tigers throw at you, that the Yankees can throw at you, there's a premium on quality pitches that you must make in a ball game. And, a lot of pitches left up, here recently. But you look at the game tonight. Tonight's a huge game. Darvish has pitched great in his last 4 starts. He's posted an ERA under 1.5. But Oakland has played very well against him this year. But this is a ball game. This is almost a must-win for them. And, Malone hasn't beaten Texas this year. So it's a tough ball game all the way around. Darvish is trying to continue to pitch well, and Malone needs this victory tonight. So we'll see what happens tonight. But I tell you what, boy, it's getting to that time where it's getting really, really, really tight.
Here with a follow-up question. Mark Kreidler, Hall of Fame voter. Kreids?
David, who is your step-up guy?
Dude, Kreidler, have you been drinking, dude? You sound.
I'm stone sober, brother. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I'm doing the best I can here.
You got vertigo? Lee, take the marbles out your mouth.
I'm working on it, big man.
Ask him again. I don't think he got the question correct.
Who's your step-up guy, David Justice?
Well, unfortunately, I think the step-up guy is still hurt. I think it's Coco. I think Coco is the difference. But he's not in the lineup again, I believe, tonight, right? So
right.
I don't think there is one guy who's the step-up guy. I really don't, because if you look at this team, it has never been about one guy the whole season. I think the better question is who will step up? Who will be the one tonight and going forward that says, you know what, I'm going to show up and be that guy. I'm not going to wait on any of my teammates. I'm going to be the one who propels us through this, through these last 9 games. Because, it's been a different guy for so many games throughout this season.
David, throughout the course of the season, you try to win a series here and a series there, and you look at how we're doing in our last 10. But this time of year, isn't the beauty of this time of year, even though they're not playing well, a win today. You win today, and you can turn everything around, right? It really comes down to game.
Exactly. And I'm sure Bob Melvin is pumping that to the players, but it truly is one game at a time. And whether you win or lose or how you win or lose, the next day you have to forget about the last game and put all the emphasis into that game tonight. And that's what I mean. Tonight is the only game that is important. Who cares about, the last series against the Yankees or the Tigers? You don't look back, you look forward. And tonight is the night that you put all the emphasis on.
DJ, you've been on these guys all year, very much in their corner. DJ, what do you put their chances at now?
I still like their chances. Remember, you got Seattle. They've done a great job of beating the teams that they need to beat. So I expect them after this series to go into Seattle and get all 3 of those games. The thing is where will Texas be once Texas clinches this division? What is their mindset going into this last weekend with Oakland? What is Ron Washington going to do? Is he going to rest guys? See, that, because if you know that will help Oakland. But if they go full cylinder, full steam, then that last weekend is going to be a doozy for Oakland, because they have shown that they don't particularly do, at least recently, they haven't done very well against Texas. And when you lose to a team like Texas this late in the season, again, they've lost 5 of the last 7 against Texas. Texas is building nothing but confidence, and it kind of shakes your own confidence when a team is putting it on you like Texas has been doing to Oakland. So, again, it just depends on what Ron Washington is going to be doing, his mindset come this last weekend. Is he going to play everyone? Because if he doesn't, then obviously that helps Oakland, in my opinion.
Well, David, thank you so much. We know this time of year especially, it's all about bringing your best every day, and our apologies because clearly Mark Kreidler,
I don't feel well. I'm sorry, David.
Not really at his best today.
He gummed up the entire segment. Awful.
Hey, Kreids, it's okay, man. You know what I mean? You just got to pick better, that's all.
At this level. You've got to pick better at this level.
Keep telling me that.
Thank you, DJ. We'll talk to you soon. We appreciate it.
All right, fellas. See y'all later.
David Justice. Now, this just in. Mark Kreidler is required to do the entire next segment with the gum.
That was not the punishing pick.
What?
That's not the fun that my friend Nick.
Slick? What?
Exactly. Huh. Slick Rick, the ruler.
Which is more likely?
I'm going to have an Oreo reaction here in a minute.
Oh, that ship has sailed, brother.
I thought he did very well.
I thought he was unbelievable.
Entered to win an autographed jersey from John's pitcher Tim Lincecum, courtesy of who? Pop Chips. To enter, click on contest at 957thegame.com. You didn't get a lot of help from your buddy Dibs on the bell, did you?
Well, I got ample help from
I was just running the clock, right?
The perfect game time or anytime snack. Pop into your local Whole Foods and grab a bag today. Which is more likely? We still have replacement officials at the end of October, or we still have Giants baseball at the end of October? The answer is next on the Bay Area's new sound for sports. That's the new sound for sports.
Why am I playing cover the game?
95.7 the game, sure.
Very good, Kreids.
That has to come out. Is that okay? Oh, yeah.
We need an extra quarter hour from that gum.
Let's see it.
Just as long as
Oh, yeah.
Looks like you lost your liver.
This is what you listen to radio for, really?
It's like Teletubby diarrhea.
The new sound for sports in the Bay Area is 95.7 The Game.